Sydney has been showing off today for Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall. The royal couple greeted by a sea of smiling faces everywhere they went. And the day went to plan, except for our temperamental weather, delivering a storm that had them running for cover. Nine's Lizzie Pearl is at the Opera House, where Prince Charles and Camilla have just arrived. Lizzie.
Yeah, that's right. Right on time, in typical royal style. Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall has just arrived here at the Opera House, getting off at the Man of War steps, where they'll be experiencing an Aboriginal welcome ceremony. Before they come up the steps here, there's probably around 100 people or maybe 200 or 300 people who are ready here to try and catch a glimpse of the Prince and Camilla, maybe take a photo, maybe even get the chance to say hello to them. And they had a lovely afternoon's trip over here to the Opera House this afternoon, really enjoying the harbour. It's just sparkling tonight. They've had a pretty busy day here in Sydney. It started off very hectic and it's been full right throughout the day.
The royal couple strolled across the lawns of Admiralty House while security teams whirled around. Charles and Camilla then breezed across the harbour. Old territory for the Prince, but a memorable Sydney debut for the Duchess. They came ashore at Garden Island, meeting service families.
We had a nice little chat with him.
Their full attention then turning to the waiting parade, our Air Force, Army and the Navy. Charles obviously relishing his duty as he inspected the ranks. Later, there was a much more informal encounter. And a prince with thinning hair himself knows one when he meets one.
The odd family resemblance, I'm glad.
The princely procession moved to Circular Quay, where Charles was engulfed by thrusting hands and a wall of smiles.
Nice to meet you. Shook hands with Prince Charles, and he acknowledged me and big smile. Made my day. I don't want to wash my hand now.
The Duchess, meanwhile, was going solo at Victoria Barracks. A steamy Sydney day not for the faint-hearted. Camilla was confirmed as the Colonel-in-Chief of Australia's military police.
It seems to me you're never off duty, rather like my husband.
That very husband was on the move again, at Bondi to meet the men and women who do their best work when the going gets tough. The royal schedule was looking shaky as a thunderstorm swept over the beach. The crowds bolted, the rain pelted down, and Charles's convoy was in the thick of a classic Sydney storm. The future king sheltered in the surf club and soon reappeared to hit the beach in his double-breasted. Charles first came to Bondi back in 1966. He's returned several times before as a bachelor, a newly engaged prince and now a happily married man in his 60s. He seems to love the place and locals seem to have a lot of affection for him. In years gone by, he would have had a dip. Today, the Prince of Wales was beached, watching Indigenous youths play touch footy on the famous sands. And he didn't disappoint the soggy, shivering crowds. Charles reigning on Campbell Parade. Mark Burrows, 9 News.